I was. I take my hat off to Lipscomb. They. It's very difficult playing two games back to back for either team. It's difficult for the winner. It's difficult for the loser. But hats off to Lipscomb. They came out. They were focused, and they played hard. Lauren does a great job with her group. She has a system. She recruits players that fit her system, and they obviously they really came out with a lot of energy. But I'm so proud of our players. We persevered. They made a big run. We started off slow, but we stuck together. We stayed with our principles. Our goal was more of a mental aspect today, just playing back to back, winning over 30 yesterday. So, we had some slip ups, but our girls were resilient. I'm very proud of our girls. They stuck together, and we're fortunate and blessed to come out with the victory.
Alexis, it seemed like a long time ago going back to the first quarter, but you mentioned them trying to deliver a knockout punch early, and the way your girls responded by not letting the game get out of hand. How key was that in a back-to-back with Lipscomb trying to atone for yesterday for your girls to remain poised and chisel away at that deficit and not let Lipscomb get too comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, it was very big, Damon. It's one thing. We're talking about scores all across the country. As I said, our men played Thursday. They lost by 20, then won by 20 on Friday. So, we're trying to address the mental aspect of the game going back to back. You win one day 30 doesn't mean anything the next day. And, telling is one thing. Obviously the girls, they were a little sluggish to start, but, they got a wake-up call. I thought Lipscomb came out swinging. They had us on our heels. But I think our leadership, our veteran play, and our confidence, and our depth on our team, and we're very deep in our team. We were able to prevail. I think we ended up being up by one at halftime after being down early throughout the first half.
You look at the minutes today. You referenced this yesterday. You wanted to keep all your girls below 20, so that way you had enough in the tank. And then Ashton played 11 seconds shy of a full 45. Emily played 41, and you had a trio of girls play 26. Was that key, managing minutes yesterday, so that way you could get the most out of them today?
Absolutely. I mean, in a double playing back to back, I mean, that first game, if you could really keep players, my goal was 20 max minutes per player. I think I was off -4. I think someone got 23.50 or 24. But that second game, you let it out. You go with your veterans, you go with your seniors, and there's no tomorrow. I mean, you want to win, and in addition to that, I know Coach Green is watching, so I'm going with my veterans. I don't want to let Coach Green down. I don't want to let the program down. The girls want to win. They're hungry, and really the veterans. We have a couple of JUCOs. I thought Dee Brown stepped up, made some big plays. But our three seniors, Ashton, Emily, and Bridget, they're leaders of this team, and they really gutted it out. And I thought our depth and our conditioning, I think overtime it was 13-3. I think we really just warmed down, and the better team, won on today.
Yeah, my last question was, you had a front row seat to whether that was a foul on Michaela or not there at Lipscomb's final possession. But the way your girls responded in overtime after, what could have gone either way in terms of a foul call, how does that speak to you brought the senior leadership to close the game out the right way?
Yeah, I mean, whether it was a foul or whether it wasn't a foul, the referee called it a foul, so it's a foul. So, obviously after the game we addressed that. There was definitely a teaching point there with regards to time and score. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You have to keep going. I mean, Coach Green, we always say next play. What's important now? We're going to overtime. That's what's most important. So, I think our leadership was able to prevail through overtime. We were subbing offense, defense between Maya on offense, Bridget on defense, because they're smaller than we are. So with Bridget, we're able to switch everything. With Maya on offense, we can go with the power play. So when you're deep and you have those type of players and those type of options on offense and defense, you can do a lot of things. And we're fortunate and blessed to come out with the victory on this afternoon.
Last one for me, to go 2-0 to open ASUN play. How important is that, especially not knowing whether you're going to play FGCU next weekend or whether the ASUN will reconfigure the schedule so you can play, but to get off to a 2-0 start, how important is that just to get off on the right foot in conference play?
Well, I mean, it's very important. I mean, playing back-to-back, that's one category. You're playing at home, that's another category. These are all the categories that you want to check off. Lipscomb's a very good team. They're going to beat a lot of people, so we were fortunate enough to beat them twice. And just playing back to back is very, very difficult. I mean, just emotionally, it's an emotional challenge. So, sending a message to the conference, really more importantly, Damon, just sending a message to ourselves that, we have the talent. We can win, whether it's a blowout, whether it's a tough game, overtime. We played a lot of players yesterday and today. So I think it really speaks volumes to just knowing who we are and what type of team we're capable of being.